Mike Schmidt, a security guard, loses his employment subsequent to attacking a careless dad who he mistook for being a criminal. He is shipped off visit profession instructor Steve Raglan, who offers him function as a night monitor at a neglected family coffee shop known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. However, at first hesitant, Mike acknowledges the proposal after friendly administrations take steps to take guardianship of his more youthful sister Abby, and disregard her to his alienated Auntie Jane, because of worries of Mike's personal pressure. On the principal night, Mike nods off and has a fantasy where he observes the seizing and assumed murder of his sibling Garrett, whom was removed by an obscure man. Mike is then met by 5 obscure youngsters whom purportedly saw the grabbing, and instantly take off. On the subsequent evening, Mike meets cop Vanessa Shelley, who shows him around the cafe and lets him know that the spot shut during the 1980s after 5 kids were killed there. The bodies were rarely found. Mike's fantasy is rehashed, however after Mike endeavors to go up against one of the kids, he is gone after and awakens to end up injured actually, however his injuries are treated by Vanessa. On the 3rd evening, Jane recruits a gathering of reprobates to vandalize the eatery to get Mike terminated, a demonstration which would empower her to acquire care of Abby. As the break-in happens, the cafe's animatronic mascots, Freddy Fazbear, Chica, Charming and Bonnie, wake up and kill the reprobates. One of the miscreants is Abby's sitter Max, which expects Mike to carry Abby to his next shift. The animatronics become dynamic again, being unfriendly towards Mike however being cordial towards Abby. The animatronics get to know her, however Vanessa and Mike are reluctant, with the last option finding that the animatronics are moved by the phantoms of dead kids, whom are driven by a kid with light hair and purportedly discuss a yellow hair, reliably. In the middle between shifts, Mike makes sense of the vanishing of Garrett when he was youthful, which turned into a virus case and that he had been taking resting pills consistently to rehash his fantasies and find who captured his sibling. In the wake of overreacting from Abby's rising relationship with the animatronics on the 4th evening, Vanessa cautions Mike to not carry her to the eatery once more. Mike gets Jane to watch, causing her a deep sense of dissatisfaction, as he returns to the eatery during the day and excesses on his dosing pills. Once more, inside the fantasy, the 5 youngsters show up and let Mike know that he can remain with Garrett perpetually, in return for Abby. At Mike's home, Jane is killed by Brilliant Freddy, a variation of Freddy Fazbear moved by the blonde kid, who returns Abby to the cafe. Mike is gone after a few times within his fantasy and awakens lashed to a torment gadget that endeavors to remove his face. He gets away from the machine and escapes the cafe, yet is basically harmed until Vanessa shows up to help him. After Mike subtleties his fantasy, Vanessa uncovers that she is the girl of the chronic executioner that killed his sibling and the other 5 kids, William Afton, and that the animatronics and spirits of the youngsters are influenced quite a bit by. She additionally lets him know that they will probably endeavor to kill Abby, unfortunately. He drives to the cafe with the important hardware to impair the animatronics and save Abby, who is taken into a private cabin by Chica. Chica attempts to kill Abby by stuffing her within an animatronic suit with spring blocks, however Mike debilitates the greater part of the animatronics and saves Abby. In any case, he is gone after by Chica's cupcake and is isolated from Abby, who is gone after by Saucy yet is saved by Vanessa. Both animatronics are crushed, however as the gathering attempt to leave the eatery, William, uncovered to have been acting like Steve Raglan, and having killed Garrett, seems wearing the now rotting spring Bonnie suit, thumps Mike oblivious and yet again empowers the animatronics. Realizing that they need to comprehend reality, Abby starts drawing an image of William killing the youngsters, while Vanessa occupies and shoots him yet is subsequently cut. Abby shows her attracting to the animatronics, making them turn on William. Encircled by the pizza joint's fundamental mascots, a piece of his suit gets gnawed off by the cupcake animatronic, setting off the spring-lock hardware within it and squashing his body as he is hauled into the back room of the cafe and locked away. Mike and Abby complete an injured Vanessa of the cafe, however she falls into a state of unconsciousness a while later and is taken to an emergency clinic. Mike keeps on taking care of Abby and they return to their ordinary lives. In a mid-credits scene, Brilliant Freddy looks as the perishing William drains out in the corner, shutting the entryway on him before long. In a post-credits scene, Inflatable Kid is shown showing up inside a cab driver's vehicle,